I am not in the treehouse tonight, baby. I am in my good bed. Cause I'm tired, y'all. Y'all know I call Earth the ghetto. And today I was roaming the streets of the ghetto. Baby, and I went over there to Scam Street. And I just seen the worst stuff that I could ever see over there on Scam Street. This is kind of a story time. Baby, it was in the late 90s. You heard? And me and my dude, we was living together. Well, I was about to purchase a car. Y'all know it was income tax time, and y'all already know everybody be getting cars during income tax time. So it was income tax time, baby, and I was getting a car. I had a car, but that car had got repoed. So I needed another car. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy me a cash car. So, baby, listen. I get involved with the Africans. Yep, the Africans. He had a car lot, right? And so dude tells me he could go to the auction and give me a car. Now, y'all know back then in Texas, like y'all know I'm in Houston, right? So in Texas, everybody had these foreign cars. You know, it was like Audis and the Saabs and all this stuff during that era, right? So I was like, yeah, I'm going to give me a good car. I probably wanted a BMW because for some reason, I just like them cars. I don't know what it is. It's just something about the look. Like, I like Lexus. Don't get me wrong. I had one of them. It was the point that I really didn't want the Lexus is why I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have. I mean, I came to enjoy it after having it for a while. And it didn't give me no problems, really and truly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to say out the foreign cars, I would say Lexus is probably the most dependable one or reliable one, so to speak. But to be totally honest, I ain't never really had too many problems with no BMWs that I didn't cause. Like one time I got flooded. But anyways, okay, long story short, we not even talking about no damn cars. We talking about the Africans. So child, look, I was thinking I was gonna give me a good old foreign car. Dude had went out of town, y'all. And he was gone for a minute. But you already know how it be when you get that income tax money. Y'all know when you're young and you get that income tax money, it be burning your pockets. Plus, I was tired of riding the damn bus and catching cabs. I was ready to get back in behind the wheel. So I couldn't wait on him no more. He was taking too long. So, baby, listen here. I goes to the African man, give him my money, and y'all, when I tell y'all that went all wrong, I'm going to tell you like this. I ended up not with no car. He didn't do nothing that he said he was going to do, okay? So what he did was he gave me a car that he already had on the lot. I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? It was like somewhat of a loaner car. So we had that understanding, but because it was a verbal understanding, okay? So anyway, long story short, my dude come back. Me and the man done fell out. The man is got me with the other car. He don't want to give me my money back. Don't want to give me no paperwork for the car that he got me driving. So I'm just driving around with a car that I don't have nothing on because the man don't want to give me the money back. he don't want to take this car back. So baby, but he don't want to give me no paperwork for the car either. But I didn't want that. So anyway, dude come back. He is hot. When I tell y'all that man was mad with me, oh Lord. You would have swore it was his income tax money how furious he was, but he didn't like the fact that the man had got over on me. Like that right there ran him high, honey. You hear me? So he was like, let's go. We going over there to his shop. So I'm already knowing he got a temper out of this world. So I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'm like, okay, so it's going to go good. I'm going to get my money back. Lord, it went more left than I could have imagined, okay? We gets over there. The African man, he immediately see a dude with me and he goes into panic mode, right? So, you know, he talking and my dude, he get out the car, he walking toward the man gonna run and get a gun. What he did that for, he didn't know I had a flaming maniac with me, and if you pull a gun on a pow, I forgot y'all, you can't be seeing it on YouTube, my bad y'all. But anyway, you know, he went and ran and got his little heater. That made, oh boy, even matter. So he starts like charging at the man like he is like he just lost all everything. Like, oh, you going to get a gun? Like he just like went ballistic. So I'm in a car. I done went into straight panic mode, y'all. I'm like, no, 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 like for real. Cause all I could think of is like something terrible is gonna happen. It's gonna be all my fault. Like I shouldn't have just waited for him to come back. I should have just kept it. Like I'm blaming myself because I'm like, all I could just imagine, like this is gonna go so wrong. So the man, he running in the building now. He got the heater, but he run. He run like it all happened so fast. I was just like in straight panic mode. So anyway, the man ran in the building and act like he was calling the police. And he had the heat. Okay, so anyway, he running back. So the dude, he is still standing in there because he is adamant now we ain't leaving. Because now he is up there. he want to do the man something for real. Because he offended now. You done went and pulled your heater on him and he is up there. So I'm pleading with him like, just forget it. Just let's go. Forget. I wanted him more than the material thing, boy. If something happened to you, I'd never get over this. It was a mess, y'all. So anyway, I was a mess. So anyway, I ended up riding cabs again. So I had to go to work. And I was in the car with another African, right? So me and him got to talking. And so he was like, he was asking me something about, me riding the cab and how much it'd be costing me or whatever like that. He was like, that's a lot of money. So we got in the conversation about the African man. So the cab driver was African. Y'all, he got so mad. It blew me. He was like, do you know his name? I was like, no. He was like, where he from? And he said, yeah. So he broke it down to me. He was from there too, but it's a tribe. So I believe that man told me it's Igbo. Nah, y'all don't get over here and get talking crazy. I ain't never been to Africa. I don't know. I just know what the people told me. This man was from Africa, and he told me it's a tribe that they are wealthy, but they all about money. And they will get over and own you for money. And he was like, no tribes like them. No tribe. So he was telling me what tribe he was from. So that's when he broke it down and I got the understanding about it ain't always skin folk. That's why I be telling y'all, some of y'all is in relationships. Yo, people can't stand them people. Them people can't stand them people. That like it's tribal. It ain't about color. They dealt with people based on integrity. If they had, them type over there do this, we don't do that over here. Like everybody wasn't doing the same thing, and that's what I think be going on sometime in the spiritual community. They think that everybody this or everybody that or everybody that. That don't work like that, baby. It don't. Everybody got a part to play in this puzzle. Everybody got a piece. And everybody's piece ain't the same. And I don't know why people keep trying to make it like that. But anyway, long story short. So I learned then that it's tribal. Like it's not all African. Because I hear people saying, oh, them African men scamming. It's not all African men. It's a certain group of African men, certain tribes. And so when they said that about him, I said, mm-hmm. So that brings me to the other one. The hush puppy man. Now, I know y'all heard about Hush Puppy. His name is Raymond, because I didn't hear about him until the Porsche night. Baby, this man was scamming up a storm. You hear me? And flossing on social media. When I say the world's dumbest criminal, if them people leave him in there forever, ever, 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 it'll serve him right. And not so much because he was scamming, but yes, it's because of the scamming. But how bold you got to be to get in front of the camera and show all of that when you know you getting it in the wrong type of way. What is wrong? Who does that? So I'm looking at the documentary and I'm looking at like he grew up poor. Well, welcome to the club. Now, I've never been to Africa. I don't know the conditions over there. So I don't know what their poor is. Is it compared to our poor or what? But let me tell you something. All I kept thinking about when I was listening to that documentary is what? Listen, why would you gain the whole world or lose your soul? Now you had all this stuff. Now you finna sit behind bars for what? To impress some people that didn't like you no way. Because if they liked you, it wouldn't have mattered what you had. So now you finna sit up in there and just be so happy, reminiscing on what you once had. Like, who does that? Like, when you think about it, I got mixed feelings. I'm going to be totally honest with y'all because, see, he was scamming companies. And when you live in a society that's built on nothing but scamming and lying, how you going to be mad at them when that's the same thing you did was take everything you had? So you made it seem like that's what we do over here. So when other people come over here and start doing that, why would they feel like they doing something wrong when everybody else was doing it? So I got mixed feelings about it, and I ain't gonna lie. Because he wasn't, see, I know that scamming affects everybody on the overall. Still it affects everybody because that makes prices go up for everybody. That makes, they gonna get the money back some kind of way. Understand that. So it's gonna affect the overall at some point. Even if he's stealing from banks, that's going to affect the little people. And then when you look at the comments, like the people cheering that on, not knowing that it's just going to affect you in the long run. And you might not never see that money he had, but it's going to cost you. You know how much that's going to... When they caught that man, he had $40 million. A whole billionaire scammer, okay? Look, y'all got to watch the documentary and see how much money this man was running and all of these people was doing that. You think that they're going to recoup that somewhere? Them banks that he was frauding, they're going to get that money. And the crazy part is the documentary I watched, he ain't even the main man, which I could figure that much out. Ain't nowhere in the world you running that much money and you ain't got no people in high places that know you running that. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. No social media influencer did that and he ain't have connections in higher places that allow him to get there. All they did was sacrifice him when stuff blew up. That's all they do. They said he was what they call a loader. That's wild, y'all. When you watch the documentary, I'm like, they really was just taking these people money out the bank like it wasn't nothing. They were just hitting the bank. I'm like, who? All to impress somebody. And that makes me feel some type of way because guess what? We have no self-esteem no more. The majority. When I say majority, it's like everything is about impressing some people that do not like you. Like, if you got to do all of that, just think about if you got to do all that to get people attention. Just imagine what you got to do to keep it. You always got to top the last thing you just did. You always got to top it. So you can't, that's why they got to keep scamming and scamming and scamming. They be done lied and told this lie and told this lie. Them lies start piling up. But it all comes with wanting to be validated. Y'all, that's an internal thing. It's no amount of money you can get that's going to fix the internal. And people really need to understand that because I don't think they do. Some people really think that money will solve all problems. And it don't matter how many people they see that is not the case. And they see it in their face, but they think they're going to be different. Do you know how many people got on drugs thinking they was going to be different? Please understand. Everything you see is not what it really is. That's called an illusion to keep you wanting stuff and draining your money and your finances or putting you in positions like, oh boy, to do illegal things to get things to impress people that don't like you. And when you go get locked up, guess what? They're going to be the same people talking about you and laughing at you. Be like, well, he shouldn't have never did that. Or we told him he need to stop. You're going to be everything but a child of God to them same people that you was trying to floss in front of. That don't make no sense, y'all. Now, I don't know. I ain't your mama. I ain't your daddy. I know. But y'all, come on now. It's not that serious. It's never that serious for you to jeopardize your livelihood for material gain. You can't lay down with dogs and don't think you're going to get up with fleas. It's not possible. You lay down and you start doing that stuff, you're gonna end up just like the rest of the people that was doing it. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care how they make it look good, sound good. Y'all look at the people that came before you. What happened to them? And use that as your guide. You ain't always got to get burned to learn, okay? And you don't need people to validate you. Look in that mirror and validate yourself. That's good enough for God. It ought to be good enough for you. If the Most High is happy with you the way that you are, then if somebody else mad about it, that sounds like a them problem, not a yours. And you ain't got to go out your way to impress people. Because I promise you, you're going to feel some type of way when them same people ain't taking them jail calls. Oh, I love y'all for real. And y'all find out what tribe that is. I want to say it's Igbo. Them people manipulates and cons and scams for money. And I done heard it more than once from them. I ain't heard that from no strangers. You know, I go straight to the resource. I'm going to ask some questions. And that same boy, Hush Puppy, from Nigeria, I bet it's the same tribe. It's the same blueprint. Same blueprint. They'll do anything for $1. And that's sad. Okay. I love y'all for real. Peace.